Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope all of you will be doing well in the holy month of Ramadan. I will advise you take care of yourselves and your elders in this second wave of COVID-19, and precaution is better than medicine. Now coming to the topic which we have started in previous lectures, that is training and development. Training methods. What are the different training methods which improve the skills of the employees? On-job training, OJT, having person learn job by actually doing the job. Whenever you have been selected for any job in organization, you would be given certain initial training, but most of the learning will be on job while you are doing your work, and supervisor or a manager who is your boss. At the same time, he is your mentor. OJT methods, on-job training methods. What are the different methods of on-job trainings? First is coaching or understudy, job rotation, special assignments. There are three different methods of OJT, that is on-job training. Coaching, as I have told you, mentoring by your immediate supervisor or any other senior manager. Job rotation, you have been move from one job to another job, and in this way your skills are improved, your learning skills are improved on performing different jobs under the same supervisor or with different supervisors. Special assignments, you have been given special projects and you are you are asked to perform those assignments, and if you successfully perform those assignments, that will definitely increase your skills under the supervision of your seniors, individually or in groups. And what are the advantages of on-job training? On-job training is normally indoor training within the organization. It is inexpensive, immediate feedback. Two major advantages of on-job training is that your supervisor takes immediate response, feedback from your work, from your co-workers while seeing you doing the job, and it is inexpensive, as you are as no special training is arranged for it, not as external trainer has been arranged for it. So it is inexpensive, it is within the organization, and it is the most popular form of trainings within all organizations, whether they are academic, where they are business, where they are non-business, medical, military, all sort of organizations. You will find on-job training the most common and the most advantageous form of training to the employees. Now coming to the steps. What are the steps involved on-job training? Step 1 is prepare the learner. Put the learner at ease, relieve the tension. The person who will be given training, he should be at ease, he should have no tension, he should be in an environment which is free of worries and other things. Explain why he or she is being taught, why he has been given that training. Create interest, encourage questions, find out what the learner already knows about this and other jobs. In this way, you will it means that it should be engaging, that it should be two-way communication between the learner and the instructor. Explain the whole job and relate it to some job the worker already knows. It should be related to some practical job which the learner has already done. In this way, it will increase his learning capabilities and improve his skills. Please place the learner as close to the normal working position as possible. The training should be in the actual working conditions where the trainer will actually do his job. Familiarize the worker with equipment, materials, tools, and trade terms. Coming to the next slide, boys. Now, steps 2 in on-job training is what? Present the operation, explain quantity and quality requirements of the operation, that what quantity is required from you, that you will produce from a specific machine, at what quality, standards, specs, specifications. These are two important aspects of any production process, any process. Go through the job at the normal workplace. Doing the job in normal workplace, go through the job at a slow pace several times, explaining each steps between operations. Explain difficult parts are those in which errors are likely to be made. So the trainer should be come to the pace of the learner and engage him. So they should produce a sort of trust between the two, and in this way the knowledge will move from the trainer to the trainee. Again, go through the job at a slow pace several times, explain the key points. You should do the job for the trainer again and again. In this way he will become master of the job. Have the learner explain the steps as you go through the job at a slow pace. Step in on-job training 3. Do a tryout. Have the learner go through the job several times, slowly explaining each step to you. Correct mistakes, and if necessary, do some of the complicated steps the first few times. Run the job at the normal pace. Have the learner do the job gradually, building up skill and speed. As soon as the learner demonstrates ability to do the job, let the work begin, but do not abandon him or her. In step 3, you should again step by step teach him, step by step guide him of the job he is doing, and do it several times, and gradually he will master the skill or the job. And now allow him to do the job independently, but just watch him that he's doing the job in the right way or not. If there are some difficult steps, it should be complicated steps, it should be clear to the trainees, to the learner or trainee. Step 4 in on-job training is follow-up. Follow-up is very important. That once the employee has been trained, now is doing job in actual work, take feedback from him and from his supervisors, from other co-workers, that is the training given to him has improved, he is improving in his skills, in his ability in mastering the environment in which he is working or not. Designate to whom the learner should go for help. Gradually decrease supervision, checking work from time to time against quality and quantity standards. You should keep in mind that quality and quantity both are very important aspects of any production or any business operation. Correct false work patterns before they become a habit. Correct the first time the employee, the trainee is taking any mistake. If you should, if you are unable to correct him in the first instance, then it may convert to some sort of habit, which it will be difficult to break that habit in future. Show why the learned methods are superior. It should be logically understand to the trainee that the method which he has been taught is much more superior to the other methods, and when he himself understand it, then he will definitely learn it by heart. Complement good work, encourage the worker until she is able to meet the quality and quantity standards. Now, training methods. What are the different training methods? Apprenticeship training, informal learning, job instructional training, GIT. We'll go for apprenticeship training, a structural process by which pupils become skilled workers through a combination of classroom instruction and on-the-job training. On-the-job training and classroom instructions, a theoretical and practical at the same time, and it is a very good way of inculcating new skills in the trainees, in the employees, in the target group whose skills you want to improve to certain standards, to certain quality. Informal learning, the majority of what employees learn on the job, they learn through informal means of performing their jobs on a daily basis. Informal learning from colleagues, doing the job again and again, in correcting the mistakes himself. In this way, the employee learns a lot of skills which are required from him in the organization. Job instruction training, listing each job basic tasks along with key points in order to provide step-by-step training for employees. A thorough instructional method, no depth training. Coming to the next slide, again training methods. Effective lectures is again a very good method of improving the skills and knowledge level of the employees, the trainees. Use signals to help listeners follow your ideas. It should be some graphical, some pictures in your presentation. Do not start out on the wrong foot. Keep your conclusion short. It should be brief, short, and to the point. Be alert. Sorry, guys. Be alert to your audience. Whatever the audience mood is, you should be very alert to that. Either they are in a mood to learn more or not, or they are bored. So just give them some sort of refreshment so that they can come back to a learning mood. Maintain eye contact with the trainees. It's very important, otherwise they will not learn, they will not feel that they are important for the trainer. Make sure everyone in the room can hear you. Very important. Normally students are people who are away from you, or in the back chairs of a room. They didn't hear you very well, and they didn't understand what you saying. Control your hands. Too much hands movement create distortion. Talk from notes rather than from script. Do not be book reader. Rather than make some notes from that notes, teach them with examples, with some pictures, with some short videos, with some short activity within the class. Break a long talk into a series of 5-minute talks. Programmed learning PI, a systematic method for teaching job skill involving presenting questions or facts, allowing the person to respond, giving the learner immediate feedback on the accuracy of his or her answers. A very good way of learning, a two-way learning. Give a response, create stimuli, get response from the learner, again a stimuli from the trainer, again the response from the learner. In this way, the skills of the target group or target individual or employee improves in a short span of time. Advantages of programmed instruction learning process: reduce training time, as I have told, self-paced training, immediate feedback, reduce risk of error for learning. Very handsome training program. I feel. Boys and girls training methods: literacy training technique, responses to functional illiteracy, testing job candidates basic skills, setting up basic skills in literacy programs. The basics of any job that should be taught in literacy training programs. They know the vocabulary of that specific field or not, the different machines, the tools, and the processes, the very basics, the ABC. It should be learned through literacy training techniques. Audio visual based training, again a very good method to illustrate following a sequence over time, to explore trainees to events not easily demonstratable in live lectures. Through video they understand very well. Normally all human beings understand while seeing a video. To meet the need for the organization wide training, and it's too costly to move the trainees from place to place. You can do it through video conference and things like that, and the trainer or the trainees can not move from one place to other place. It's cheap, it's not costly, it's very less time consuming, and very to some extent interactive between the trainer and the trainees. Coming to the next slide. Training methods: simulated training, occasionally called vestibule training. Training employees on special off-the-job equipment, so training costs and hazards can be reduced. Computer-based training, CBT. That is, normally you are trained on some computer programs and things like that, creating a model of the actual scenario, and you are put in that created scenario in that lab, and you feel you're doing tasks which you will actually doing while, for example, the space shuttle astronauts are in different laboratories. In the laboratories, the situations are created which very much similar while they are moving through a space shuttle in space. Simulations. Computer-based training, CBT. Advantages: reduced learning time, cost-effective instructional consistency. Types of computers-based trainings: there are three different kinds: intelligence tutoring system, interactive multimedia training, and virtual reality training. Coming to the next slide, boys and girls. Distance in internet-based learning, nowadays very popular in COVID hit globe world. These trainings are very much common nowadays. Teletraining: a trainer in central location teaches groups of employees at remote location via TV hookups. ठीक है ना, video conferencing interactive training. Employees who are geographically separated from each other are trained via a combination of audio and visual equipment. Training via the internet. Using the internet are proprietary internal internets to facilitate computer-based training. I hope guys you will be very much familiar with these type of trainings being students of final semester of Bachelor of Computer Sciences. If you have any questions, dear guys, girls and boys, it will be most welcomed in the online class, and I would suggest you did come up with good questions that generate a good discussion in the class which is fruitful to you. Thank you. See you in the class. Khuda Hafiz. Take care of yourself.